Hello, good weekend to all. Okay, so this is a wrap up for the European indices, so the DAX, CAC, and the Euro Stoxx. Hopefully, I'll try to give a weekly, at least once a week, update on the indices. Ideally, it probably will be best to do it on a Sunday evening, so certainly watch this space and be sure to share my YouTube channel and promote that as well for those that are interested in the indices. Okay, so be sure to visit my site. Hopefully that's being revamped at the moment. But be sure to visit my Twitter handle, which is at @trader_adil, and keep an eye on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get into the indices. Okay, start off with the German DAX, which is generally the leader. So let's start off with the bird's eye view first of all. So the weekly chart at present, still holding that key gap resistance on the weekly chart. If those that have certainly already discovered that and observed that. So this key resistance here at 13,600. And obviously horizontal resistance here as well. So the German DAX certainly slid on the back of the second lockdown phase, and obviously has rallied on the back of the vaccine euphoria. Okay, and also obviously with the ECB talking up stimulus as well, and obviously the Muppet from the White House certainly has departed. Therefore, less chance of a potential trade war with the US, which was potentially brewing. So that'll be interesting to see what Mr. Biden has to say now going forward, and how the market participants in Europe certainly react and respond. The euro has been on a tear though, so watch out for the euro. Now, given the fact that even I think last week, as early as last week, Lagarde certainly did state that they were going to use everything in the toolbox. Certainly Bob the Builder's back with reference to the toolbox. The euro really hasn't slid as everybody expected, and that's due to the fact that the dollar certainly has been exceptionally weak on the back of expectation of fiscal stimulus, which obviously means a weaker dollar, and therefore obviously euro certainly has been gaining, as you can see here. Now, a stronger stronger euro certainly hurts the chances of German DAX, or the German exporters certainly gaining. So keep an eye on that. And again, if the ECB were to come out exceptionally dovish, which obviously will help the German DAX. Okay, so the German DAX certainly rallying on the weekly chart, as you can see there, but again the rally is capped around the 13,500 to 13,600 on the upside. Daily chart, as you can see here, clearly resistance. Okay, so the market's certainly holding that resistance. I think the peak high is 13,296. We've got multiple unfilled gaps below, so again any potential geopolitical or socioeconomic risk-off event could certainly lead to a trigger, and obviously those gaps certainly closing very quickly in the German DAX. 60-minute chart at the moment, we've not made a higher high, so again that's a cause for concern. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Holding this key horizontal resistance in this zone here. Okay, we've got an unfilled gap above as well, so watch out there. We are holding this key support zone here around the 13,000 psychological level. If that were to crack, then you could easily see that potential gap close below, which was quite significant. Almost from 12,600 we had a rally all the way up to 13. Wow, what a move. Okay, so from 12,400 to 13, I mean almost a 900 point rally on the back of the Pfizer vaccine euphoria. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Okay, even the ECB expectations of QE certainly didn't trigger that such a formidable rally. So either way, it certainly has cooled the rally in the German DAX. As you can see, the unfilled gap failed to close on the last 2 days, trading days, so on the 12th and the 13th, which is a negative sign. Certainly holding the key support at 13,000. Like I said, if that were to crack and go below, then we are looking to potentially close the gap, given the fact that there's a massive air pocket here with the unfilled gap below. So watch out below, should I say, if there is a key risk event. Okay, in terms of the French CAC, now very surprised here. I had expected the French CAC to certainly flush lower, given the fact that the Macron, the very strange individual, from my perspective, is very incompetent and very disrespectful as well, given the caricatures regarding the Prophet Muhammad, etc. And again, a lot of the Middle East and the Muslim world were boycotting French goods, which obviously was risk negative. But nevertheless, the market has rallied, so we have to respect price action. For now, we're below that fib 75%, so watch out below. Okay, fib 75% key resistance. The market certainly has certainly exhausted at our juncture. Okay, daily chart closed the gap fill on the French CAC, as you can see here on the 5360. We had a key inflection point here which aligns with gap fill certainly being held And again, previous support equals resistance in this zone, so watch out for that key inflection point here as well. So two key inflection points which the French CAC certainly has held for now. Okay, so let's see how it certainly reacts going forward. So let's just keep this gap level in there. Okay, for now, if that obviously were to continue higher, then the next gap fill is around 5680, and then the ultimate gap fill above is around the 6000 zone. Again, finding it very hard for the French CAC to certainly continue to push higher. It certainly has been helped by the strength in commodities. French CAC certainly heavily weighted towards that, like the FTSE. As you can see, we've had quite a formidable rally from 4,500. I mean, almost a 1,000-point rally in the French CAC. Very, very impressive. Okay, on the downside, you've got the unfilled gap below, which is at 4,960, and then below at around 4,700. So watch out for those two potential gaps to close. If we do reverse, then previous support equals resistance at 5,000 as well. So quite a significant rally. And like I said, certainly expecting exhaustion here on the French CAC. 60-minute chart, French CAC, again, massive air pocket below, massive unfilled gap. It certainly isn't a healthy rally. You do need some retracement, and obviously for new buyers to enter to give that impetus higher. 10-minute chart on the French CAC, again, we've not really made a higher high yet. Okay, so you've got the unfilled gap at 5,440. Horizontal resistance is being held here at 5,416, and we're certainly holding the support below around the 5,350 zone, and then you've got the 5,300 support as well. So watch out for those levels. Finally, the Euro Stoxx 50. Okay, this is an interesting one. Again, let's push over to the weekly chart. Weekly chart certainly hasn't pushed higher, as you can see with the French CAC, but it has respected that fib 75% retracement. Okay, so watch out for that zone and that level. Okay, so you've got key resistance here as well, key inflection point, another key inflection point here, and then you've got inflection points here and here if you were to continue. Nevertheless, we're looking at this key inflection point for now, which is the upper level, which is around the 3,450 zone. Okay, watch out for that zone, and which is below the fib 75%. Horizontal resistance, obviously we go back into gap fill, as you can see here, key gap. Okay, on the Euro Stoxx, which closed around the 3,450 zone. If that were to continue, then the next rally is seen at around the 3,577, which is gap fill. Okay, and then there is an unfilled gap above as well. But for now, quite an impressive rally from the key pivot low at 2,900, and we've rallied all the way up to 3,500. So 600 point rally in the Euro Stoxx is very, very impressive, folks. Okay, very, very impressive. So let's see if this can be sustained. And the German DAX certainly has run out of speed, although over the weekend there have been two positive news events. One, a potential scrappage scheme of up to 15,000 euros for trucks, which should help the auto sector, and also COVID stimulus as well from Germany. I think it runs up to 22 billion. So let's see how the market reacts to that. Okay, and obviously we've got the ECB as well, again dangling carrots of QE. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, wish you the best for your trading week. Goodbye now.